Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's blessed. We have a lot to do today here on the homestead. Today we've got to clean all the waters really good, add our vitamins to the... Almost fell down. That's not funny, Rach. I've got one leg right now. That's the second time I've fallen, so... That's not funny. Anyway, we've got to put some hay down around our potatoes. We've got to weed our winter garden. We've got to clean all the chicken waters out. This is a trombone squash that we got at HOA from the Dohertys. And then this is the Wurzel. I'll get you the name in a second, but it's the seeds that we got from them at HOA. We're going to transplant them here on the trellis over there, and I'll put them down there. I've got one little pumpkin growing that's going to climb up that trellis. Something else we have to do today is we have a huge ant bed right in front of our grow out coop. And we've already put some DE on it. And for anybody that doesn't think it works, there's a bunch of ants there. And this whole thing is a giant ant bed. So we take this DE and we just coat these ants with it. It messes them up, and it'll kill them within a day. This is our little grow out pen. This is a batch of our breasts, and they're almost big enough to go into the big coop. And when we get done growing these out, this is also Rachel's egg coop. It's where she gets our breakfast eggs once these little egg layers, the silky, the golden lace wyandotte, and the Easter eggers, get older. I left that door open. So we've had the breast chickens for about 5 months now. They've been laying eggs for about a month. As far as the growth rate, we've been really happy with them. You know, as far as the breast chickens versus the Cornish cross meat birds, they do grow really fast, about 16 weeks. And there's about processing time on it, and about 3.5 to 4 months on laying eggs. So they have lived up to what they're supposed to do. As far as egg laying, they have laid, when they started about a month ago, they've laid an egg religiously just about every day. We've sold some already. We've sold some of the adult birds that we had originally got. We have a meat customer now who basically buys all our culls. So let's say the bird doesn't have the desired genetics that I want to stay in our breeders. He happily takes them. We sell them to him as meat birds, and he understands that there's nothing wrong with them. They're just our birds that we're culling. So we do have one meat customer that exclusively buys our birds for meat, and he wants them on the foot, meaning he doesn't want them harvested and cleaned. He wants them on the foot. Due to his culture, he's African. He was born and raised in Africa, got an education over there, and moved over here. And his report to us is the way they taste. He said they're the best chicken he's ever eaten. But I haven't finished them the right way. I haven't finished them with milk and corn, dairy and corn. So that's something that we're gonna have to, next time I sell them some birds, we've got a local dairy that is gonna give us cow's milk in exchange for eggs or something like that. And we're going to take and finish them for 2 weeks on corn and dairy. But as far as the birds themselves, we're really happy with them. We're going to continue to do them. And if anybody's looking for breast chicks out there, let us know, or breast hatching eggs. It's a new flock, but they're doing really good so far. Look who just pulled up. What are you doing, little lady? I love you. I'm doing some video.
Are you making a video?
Uh-huh.
Sandy.
Watch this. This is really sharp.
I love you.
This is my mama.
I love
This is Vanessa. You caught me. I'm out doing chores.
I see that.
Yeah, I'm always doing chores. Well, I'm out here cutting limbs for the goats. So Rachel and Maddie are inside if you want to go inside.
Okay.
I'll be in there in a...
I just basically come by for a hug.
Okay. All right.
And you have to go vote today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have to vote.
We will.
Most important thing.
I know. We're going inside, Mama.
Okay.
They're inside. I'll be in there in a minute, okay?
Okay.
All right. All right. Since our goats are in a small pen, they eat plenty. They're very healthy, but every day, we have plenty of woods and stuff out here, and we cut about, I don't know, 5 or 6 big limbs every day, and it helps keep everything trimmed around here. But it's a good natural food, a good way to help supplement the goat's feed too. This knife, I call it a knife I got here. We found this when we went to Homesteaders of America. We were with Chris and Jessica Bracewell about an hour outside of Winchester, and I saw this, and it's old. I don't really know what kind of blade it is. It almost looks like one of those cutters that, because the tips broke off, to where you'd cut paper and stuff on a board. But it's sharp. It's good old metal. It's easily sharpened and it holds its edge, and I wouldn't take a bunch of money for this thing right here. But it's what I use to cut the goat limbs down. See, they're used to it. They know they get it every day. You girls ready? Huh? Go. I don't throw them on the ground because they don't like eating them off the ground, so I basically take them and just pull them through the fence like this. And then I come back the next day and get the empty branches. Here you go a little bit. And they love it. And they do their goat thing. Are y'all happy girls now? Yeah. But we raised some happy goats. These were our learner goats. And because goats can be sometimes hard to raise. But I think we've done a good job. But just know when you go to raise goats, you're going to make some mistakes and you're going to have some stuff happen. We lost the male that we had. He was registered, had blue eyes, and he was a beautiful goat. He used to do chores with us every day. But he got a urinary callusis or whatever. And he passed. Alright, so we're taking some of the hay out of the goat pen. It's obviously got goat excrement on it. And we're going to use this hay, since it needs to be cleaned out anyway. We're going to use this and put this over our potatoes to help cover them.
Eating my pants. Ew.
You're like, what are y'all doing in my house?
I know, she was over here trying to push me off.
Who, Sonny?
Yeah, that's why I stood up. See?
And so it's like ready made. Fertilized weed potato covering.
Oh my god, she's pushing me off, she's pushing me off, she's pushing me off. We just busted my butt. I don't know what's wet on my hand, but what I'm trying to do now.
Goats are fun. They have so much personality. And they can be aggravating. Can happen, will happen. And something keeps running over my plants. And I have one guess of who it is.
Who is it?
His name might be Buck.
It's not Buck.
Well, who is it?
Probably the cat, because I see her in here all the time.
Kitty?
Yeah, Buck don't.
think she...
It's not Buck, because he goes this way. I promise you he does. Now, the only one he probably steps on is that poor little thing right there.
Well, I'm a little upset about whoever is running over my potatoes.
I stepped on him one time, but that's besides the point. It was just that one.
Not happy about it.
I didn't mean to. Look at his stash. Let me see your stash,
You want
Dad.
my stash?
No, I told him he needs to shave it off.
No shave November.
Yeah, well, you got to go to work tomorrow, so.
Not shaving it off.
Shave it off.
I ain't having my stash.
That's the poor one I stepped on.
This one?
No, this one right here. That's why I saw a wobbly.
Madison.
I didn't mean to. I fell with the water buckets in my hand. I had
Poor potatoes.
I had the two goat
Getting
waters.
abused.
I wonder if you could fall anymore today.
I'm working with a bad knee.
Hi, little bit. All right, move.
Give me that DE right there. Okay, give me that.
Is there ants in it?
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay, I had a buddy the other day that asked me how to keep ants out of your potato. And this is how. So there's ants down there. I just put all that diatomaceous earth, DE. It's not going to hurt the plant. But if you can see, the ants don't like it. And it kills the ants. And when you use deep bedding in your animal bins, this is hot. It's hot to the touch, it's warm because it's already started composting. So even though it's not cold here right now, you can use your deep bedding to help heat your animal pens. And that is the potato patch. After we've hayed it up. And they're growing good. Alright, these girls need some, and guys need some wood chips. Where is the Little Roo at? Yeah, he don't look good, babe. He's staying right by me.
Because he's scared. They're picking on him. They're all ganging up on him. That's why I was just going to let Joel take him and maybe one of the hens home.
Okay, so this is a trombone squash. These two are trombone squashes. We got them from the Dohertys at the Homestead of America conference in Virginia. So I put them in this little planter just to seed them out. And looks like there's one coming up right here too. Of course, there's a lot of weeds in here. And this is the Wurzel beets right there. I believe so. But what we're going to do is we're going to transplant these. This is a marigold. These things grow everywhere out here on our property. I'm going to transplant these two trombone squashes over here where I've got a pumpkin planted. And hopefully they'll run up this trellis. And they're planted. Maddie has decided to cook dinner for the whole family tonight. And what are you cooking?
A cowboy casserole.
Cowboy casserole. And Mama made some homemade food for lunch. And it is delicious. It's actually, everything in this soup is from our garden. Everything in the soup is from outside. And this is actually the first time Maddie's cooking dinner for us.
I think the first time. Just not something like this.
Yeah? But this is her own recipe.
No, it's not an old recipe. I saw it on TikTok.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You found the recipe and decided to cook what's in the recipe. By the recipe.
Like Papa Time.
All right. Mama, don't mess with her. Macy. You come over here and dab with Daddy.
Did you get the other pan out, Mommy?
So what all did you put in your soup?
Chicken, potatoes, green beans, peas, carrots, onions. That's it.
And that's all from the garden, huh?
Everything from our homestead but tomatoes.
What's it?
Oh yeah, and I put tomatoes. But those are not from our homestead. Those were canned diced tomatoes.
Wow.
Because, well,
That's
we
awesome,
have
Moo.
no luck growing regular tomatoes.
Well, we did 2 years ago. This past year, we failed the big L.